Benny Walker, folks.
Thank you, Henry. Here it comes now, right on time. Hunts me down like a lion. It's gonna take me out again, fucking me up and leaving me. Even when I'm on the rise, reminds me that I'm heavy, weighted down and I despise that I'm so unsteady. Even there's something that I've learned from being here before. It's I'm ready for when you show. I'm ready. Oh no, you don't. 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 Sometimes it comes in all so quiet, drifting in like the wind that pulls me out just like the tide. It's hard to swim when I'm so tired, even to find a way to keep my head above the water. There's no way I'd let you drown everything I've worked for. Even there's something that I've learned from being here before. 'Cause I'm ready for when you show. I'm ready. Oh no, you don't. 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 I'm building up my fortress over where my heart should be. I'm leaving the door open for when you wanna leave. 'Cause I'm ready for when you show. I'm ready. Oh no, you don't. 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 Thank you very, very much. Thank you to everyone streaming at home as well. It is a pleasure to be here on Delivered Live. I hope you're all well in isolation. This is a little bit flashier than me doing it in my wardrobe with just my camera, live to air. Slightly more flash setup. Thanks to all the crew as well for putting it all together. I'm going to play a few new songs off the album I've got coming out on the 5th of June. And a couple of them are already out as singles, so here's the latest one. It's called We're Home. It's dedicated to everyone out there listening because that's where you should be. If not, get there. traveled on this road again. Come with me, my old friend. In a world that's filled with fright, we'll move towards the light. And if we change our minds, we'll still have loads of time. Though the times may change, we'll still remain the same. No matter the place or the time and space, we've seen it, so feeding, we're home. Heating, repeating, we're home. And as the time goes by, you see we got it right. And though we've had our doubts, I knew we'd work it out. Though the times may change, we still remain the same. No matter the place or the time and space, we've seen it, so beaten, we're home. Heating, repeating, we're home. We've seen it, so feeding, we're home. Heating, repeating, we're home. Thank you. Thank you. Also, the way this is working tonight as well is there's a few artists, a couple of comedians, and what you can do is you can go to deliveredlive.com.au, purchase a ticket, and that gets split between all the performers tonight. So that's how you can help out, play your part, apart from just tuning in and interacting in the stream and all that sort of stuff. Here's a song I put out last year. It's going to be on the new album as well. It's called All You Gotta Do Is Call. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. If you're feeling lonely, I feel you're about to fall. If you need somebody, brother, pick up the phone. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. If you're feeling down and out, feel you've hit the wall. If you need somebody, brother, pick up the phone. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. 'Cause I'll be lifting you up, I'll be giving you love. 'Cause all that I want is to see you back up. I'll be lifting you up, I'll be giving you love. 'Cause all that I want is to see you back up. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. Whenever you want, all you gotta do is call. Thank you very, very much. All right. Here's a bit of an older one of mine. It's a song called Will There Be a Light? And I wrote this to get the thought of the fact that I'm going to die one day out of my head and onto paper. It goes like this. Close my eyes to sleep at night, I'm anxious to the bone. Will it be like on the movie screen? Will I be on alone? Will there be eternal darkness? Will I be born again? The trouble I have with dying is life that scares me half to death. Will there be a light? Will angels guide me there? Will there be a light to guide me when I'm scared? I don't know, but I guess I'll see. By then it's too late. Went on down to the preacher man to try and ease my mind. Just fed me some bullshit about my soul and then something about a sign. Was so put out by his contempt. Does he take me for a fool? Seems no answers that I will find until the day I'm through. Will there be a light? Oh, angels guide me there. Will there be a light to guide me when I'm scared? I don't know, but I I guess I'll see, and then it's too late. Be lying. Angels got me there. They be lying. To got me when I'm scared. They be lying. Angels got me there. I don't know, but I guess I'll see. And then it's too late. I don't know, but I guess I see, and then it's too late. But then it's too late. Thank you. Thank you, team. All right. Another one of the new album. In fact, if you want to pre-save the new album, it's on. There's a link on my social media pages. You can go on pre-save or pre-order, whatever you'd like to do. And in these strange times, you can still connect through music. This one's called Circles. Traveling kinda slow. Now the world is rushing in, and there's no way I'll float. When I'm built to hold my own. No one wants to dive in and save me, save me. If I had strength to crawl out on my own, if I could stand and walk out on my own, standing like a tree, shaking like a leaf, trying to branch out. Fire's coming now. And if I ask for help, will you cut me down and save me, save me? If I had strength to crawl out on my own, if I could stand and walk out on my if I had strength, I'd crawl out on my own. If I could stand, I'd walk out on my own. This is how it feels when my mind is running circles around me. Thank you. All right, time for just one more. Yeah, keep going. All right. That's fine by me. Hopefully fine by you. Hope you're enjoying the show. Plenty more to come. Right, this is a song called I Don't Blame You. I can see what you want, and I know how it's done. You've been acting so tough, ain't got no place to run. Let it show through what you go through, and I hope you get release that you need, 'cause I've been there, I've seen my share, and I know where the feelings come from. I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you. 'Cause if you need to cut loose, run away from the truth. If you need to call it quits, lose your cool to get a grip. I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you. You're not alone in this life, and I know what it's like. I got the presence of mind, yeah, to give you this love. Let it show through what you go through, and I hope you can release that you need, 'cause I've been there, I've seen my share, and I know where the feelings come from. I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you. 'Cause if you need to go loose, run away from the truth. If you need to call it quits, lose your cool to get a grip. I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you, I don't blame you. If you need to cut loose, run away from the truth. If you need to call it quits, lose your cool to get a grip. I don't blame you, 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 I don't blame you. Thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Benny Walker. How about that? Welcome back to Delivered Live. Thank you so much for hanging out with us in your isolation. I hope you're having a decent time. If you, I can't help but look at myself. Look at how ridiculous my hair's looking. Is your isolation haircut getting as hard to manage as mine? Look at that, those flyaways. Look, we've got a Sony sound system to give away. It's battery powered. You can take it outside, perhaps when you go to one of those socially distanced meetings with a friend. You could win a sound system, battery powered, and it has its own cup holders and an outdoor mode. So you can absolutely frazzle and annoy everyone around you in the Fitzroy Gardens or wherever you happen to be tuning in from, perhaps Echuca, Moama, where Benny Walker is from. We're going to talk to him in just a minute. But the point is, I just want to say, if you post on any of the Delivered Live socials a photo of how hideous your isolation haircut is getting, I'm so sorry, folks, you could win one of those Sony outdoor systems to blare the house down. Ladies and gentlemen, how good was Benny Walker? Come on in. Woo! Love the skeletal hand claps that are such a signature of the Delivered Live stage. Yeah, just there, we've got it all marked out.
Perfect.
Right here for social distancing. How you doing? How did that feel?
Look, these things are a little bit strange. It's getting slightly more normal. This is the normal gig now. But I would like to see your haircut challenge and raise you. I want to see the worst haircuts sent in.
I know. I'm keen to hear. It can't be
Done
any worse
tonight.
than
Actually,
this.
see them in real time, and I'll send out a merch pack as well.
Tell me about it. This. Now, you're from Echuca, right? So you've done a fair hike to get here. Was it a weird drive? How's it feeling, sort of hiking it around the state?
Nice to get out and about, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely strange. The Calder is and the Northern Highway are both a little quieter than they normally would be, of course. But still that thing, you walk into a service station and it's just a weird vibe. And it's not quite as bad as in the initial stages when no one would even look at each other in the supermarket, but we're getting past that.
It's strange time. Hey, do you mind if we get the voices out from around here? I'm having a little trouble hearing. Is that all right? Can we get the sound out from around? Sorry. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen, at Delivered Live. Now, I'm fascinated by the Echuca-Moama divide.
Yes.
What do people from Echuca feel about people from Moama? And what do Moama in turn feel about people from Echuca? Be honest.
Oh, well, I've lived on both sides of the border, and there's definitely, like anything, if you have an alignment wherever you live, I think the strangest part about it all is the differences in laws from one side of the river to the other, and also the different restrictions. You know, being in New South Wales and Victoria, they brought things in at different times, and they're pulling things back differently as well. So it's interesting times, you know, as. And also, it's one of those things in a country town where if you're in New South Wales, you get your licence at 17 if you're over in Moama. So
you cross the border for different things. And
yeah.
in this sort of COVID-19 era, do you duck over to New South Wales if you want to meet up for someone with a picnic a little earlier?
Yeah, you can jump the border, cross the border. And,
isn't that fascinating?
It is. It's you know,
this virus is changing relationships between and rivalries between states. Who knew that would be a side effect?
I know. I definitely noticed a lot of Moama people are gaining more friends. You know, being on the south
interesting. Just because it's loosening up. But, you know, I like the fact that Victoria is staying as safe as it can be down here.
Agreed.
It's true. Now, I've got a few questions from the people tuning in on YouTube. Linda wants to know when you started playing music. When and how?
When and how?
When was the inception?
Well, both my grandfathers were musicians, and so was my dad. I started. Don't really remember the first time I picked up a guitar. There's always guitars around. But I actually started piano lessons at 8.
Wow.
And then just battled through that for 2 years, and then Dad started showing me some chords on the guitar.
What was the first thing you played on the piano? Was it that?
No, and I can't play chopsticks either. I can play like around the first 3 notes, and then it goes.
You skip that.
Yeah. So I had a fairly good ear, so I'd sort of sit and watch my piano teacher. I remember There was the thing I did at the recital was, I think it was called Batter Up or something like that. And another one was Bumblebee Boogie was another song that I learnt.
You didn't think about ripping that out at the gig today?
Yeah, I should have bought the keyboard and had a crack, but...
Alex Gow is setting up as we speak. Alex, would you mind ripping out the Bumblebee Boogie, please? Just a request from the host's bar. Now, I've got to admit, not that, aesthetics are particularly important, but we both, in fact, have been garnering a lot of comments about our shirts. Eddie congratulates you on your voice, but more importantly asks if you have lots of cool shirts.
I do have quite the collection of shirts, but I don't know about you. I know you're quite the shirt man as well.
I don't. Thank you, sleazy.
I basically got to a point where I had like 6 favourites, and you'd go on tour, and then you'd start reposting photos, and all of a sudden you've done those photos to death, and you've seen that shirt so many times, and they get a little tainted and little ragged. So Well,
it's the excuse to keep the turnstile going. I feel your pain. It's very much a first world problem in that if you wear a shirt that is distinctive, like your own, the flora, it's a beautiful arrangement you've got there. If you chuck a few photos on Instagram, all of a sudden the shirt's useless.
This is this one's 3rd live stream as well. Might be its last.
My God, may as well retire, Benny.
I had a funny one though, just if we've got time. I dropped a big bag of gear off at the local op shop, or St. Vinny's or whatever it was, and I always was told that they take them to other towns and distribute them, so stops any awkwardness for whatever reason.
Sure.
I turned up. My brother's the coach of the local footy club, and I've turned up to their festival night that they were having, and lo and behold, there's one of my shirts cruising around that one of the young fellas had picked up from the op shop. So
did you confront him? So that's
absolutely.
My shirt.
With the photo of me wearing it on stage, as one does.
How did he respond?
He was pretty up and about it, actually, to be honest.
He's wearing an amazing musician's shirt. He probably was proud.
Shirt.
It's probably going to be an heirloom for many generations to come.
I actually wanted it back when I saw it on him, to be honest.
Now, how has this viral era affected you?
I haven't been infected thus far.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of gig cancellations and all that?
Yeah, definitely instant gig cancellations. I was lucky enough to slip in Port Fairy just before everything sort of shut down. That was the last one. I think that was a long weekend in March. And, I think... I don't know, I couldn't count on 2 hands the amount of gigs that have already been cancelled, plus I've got an album coming out, so as you know, you'd tour with that and all that sort of thing. So all those things are going to be on hold.
Speaking of albums coming out, where am I holding this one? Here we go. Benny Walker, you've got a new single.
That's one of the singles. That's I Don't Blame You. That was the one that's got the biggest photos. That's why you've got a hold of that one. Let's be honest. The album's going to be called Chosen Line. And if anyone does want to pre-order or pre-save it, you can jump on socials or whatever.
Here on Delivered Live, also every artist's merch link appears on deliveredlive.com.au. So not only can you support the program by buying a ticket if you've loved what you've seen, but you can have a direct link to the artist's own merch store. It's a great way of supporting artists, both through tickets and through merch sales. Thank you so much, Benny Walker, for hanging out with me here at the bar as part of Delivered Live.
Pleasure, Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you thank Benny Walker?